What happened? What happened? We don't like girl power now because it's the
See, the thing is, right, his message is probably extremely right, but it's the presentation. You know what I'm saying? The truth about black nerds.
Black nerds, aka blurs, is the topic of today's video. Now me, I consider myself a nerd, but some may not. So for example, I love video games. I've been playing them since the age of 7. I've always loved sci-fi films, consumed about every DC and Marvel comic. On the flip side, I'm not into anime. But growing up, I was very into films like Teen Titans, Samurai Jack, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I don't care anyone says Cartoon Network was the best out of the big 3 networks. Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network. I was a kid.
So I guess to some it would be debatable. So within the black community, especially growing up in the hood, being a nerd or just even consuming the culture will make you stand out. It goes against what's stereotypical for black people. This is a flaw within the black community that I do not like. I say this all the time, but as black people, we are not a monolith. And we gotta start respecting that within the community. I will say this though, I feel like in 2025, being a nerd is kind of cool. Let's say versus the 2010s or
bro, the big boom of 2020, bro, in 2019 and 2018, that's when people started really tapping in with anime, you know, and manga specifically, right? 2025 now, it's normalized. Who doesn't read or watch anime, you know?
The 90s. It is most definitely more acceptable now.
I want to talk about how all of a sudden being a nerd is in and we're erasing all of like that awful childhood stuff that happens to so many of us. Because now it's, oh, we weren't bullying y'all because y'all were into anime. We were bullying y'all because y'all stank. Or y'all were always doing something weird. A lot of
I definitely got called weird a few times. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was a cool nerd though. Like I was cool with everyone. I was like a social butterfly. I was cool with everyone, but they knew they were like, bro, you know, I say he's a little bit weird. But now everything that was quote unquote weird back then is just like normal now. It's acceptable now. So was I weird or was I just ahead of the curve?
y'all were bullying us just for being into different things. I went to many schools with other smart black kids. I love to read. And I got the pants bullied off of me for liking to read in a smart school. I had my black card revoked so often, I'm pretty sure I'm still in black folk debt. Because like I don't think.
See, that never happened. No one ever came up to me and was like, give me your black card is snatched. Give it here. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's never happened to me. Damn.
I have one. White girl, whitest black girl I know, Oreo, wanna be white, all of it, all the time.
And I'll tell you, like, see, these new age black geeks, they will never understand how it was to be a black geek back in the 2000s and 2010s. Now, that was the trenches. Like, I consider myself a black geek activist because, bro, back in the day, bro, I had to defend my hobby. Like, y'all don't understand, the insults were crazy. Like, we would be talking about, like, normal, like, crap in front of everybody, and then, like, we would go home and...
You know what I think it really is, though? I think it's presentability. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy right here, stuttering a lot, you know, he probably wasn't best dressed, right? And I understand that doesn't fall on the child, it falls on the parents, depending on what their income is. So I get that, I understand that. But my mom made sure I was dressed nice and I always had a hairline, my hair is cut and everything. There's some people that got bullied and they will say that it was, first of all, bullying is wrong, but they will say, oh no, it's because I like these hobbies. And no, because you were doing other weird stuff, which I can admit. I used to do weird things too. Like I said, I used to Naruto run. Literally, it was because my backpack was really heavy, so I had to slouch. But still, I would run and I would be slouched over. And I remember in the 8th grade school book, yearbook, right? Some dude drew cops in that cop car behind me because I was running like this down the stairs. Oh my God. They greased me. I know, I ain't gonna lie to you.
On our computer and be having discussions about anime with people online. Like people don't understand. Back then, most of our anime discussions or geek discussions were like on the internet. They were not in real life. Because if you even spoke about anime, like you were about to get ostracized real quick.
Now for me, y'all, I did not have these problems.
People love Naruto though. That's the thing. Like Naruto, DBZ, and Bleach. Other than that, like now you're teetering like weird stuff, right? But if it was Naruto was accepted. Everyone, like everyone loved Naruto. You know what I'm saying? Everyone loved Dragon Ball. Everyone, even if they didn't love it, they knew about Dragon Ball Z. Bro, when we play basketball, and what? They'll yell acting like they're charging up to be a Super Saiyan. So I don't get that though.
Problems. And that's why I kind of think to myself, was I really a nerd or am I really a nerd? But looking back, I was most definitely a nerd, bruh. This was me in the 10th grade. I mean, I had a 4.0 GPA, was in pretty much all AP classes,
Damn.
dog. I was textbook nerd. The thing about it is, as a black nerd, you really just gotta find your group of people. And even just being a nerd in general, I hate this talking point because even nerds in the white community are done the same way. Like,
got bullied for liking anime, and then I got bullied for wearing anime and an Avatar t-shirt, and like that I liked Pokemon, and that I carried a DS, and I was in bands. Like there was,
Pokemon.
and I had braces, and I had glasses. There was just so many reasons, and I had short hair. There was just so many reasons to get bullied that like getting into Kingdom Hearts was another reason I didn't want to get bullied.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it. We've been looking for clues to find Clay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The clue board? You mean my clue board?
So all those nerds in high school, like the weird theater kids and the anime people.
Hi, weird theater kid, captain of the speech and debate team, anime fan.
You know who I'm talking about, the people we didn't hang out with.
Thank God for that, by the way.
So they've grown up now, and they're the ones making the laws. They're the Mark Zuckerbergs. They're the Faucis of the world of fucking nerds.
I hate to break it to you, but those effing nerds are not just the Mark Zuckerbergs and Fauci's. They're
She's talking like she's still in high school. Who cares if you're, bro, being a nerd now is like, bro, you're smart. Who doesn't want to be intelligent? What? Especially as an adult. People are, did you know that Americans on average can't read past the 6th grade level? I was reading in the 8th grade level, like in the 4th grade.
highly successful, influential people because it turns out hitting the books actually was helpful.
This isn't just a black thing. Maybe the talking points of, you're acting white is that talking point. But as far as you getting bullied or looked down upon, it's pretty much the same way. Kids are mean. Like I stated, you have to find your people. And with me, I had a different group of friends for like pretty much every situation. Like growing up in the hood, those were like the hood friends. Then when I got to school, me being in like different classes, I kind of met my nerd friends. So I had that group of friends, and I had my friends that was back in the hood. And also I played sports. I love sports. So, I had my friends for basketball. The one thing I did deal with though that I hated was me being labeled a game freak. Like I just love playing the game. I remember growing up, bro, like they'd come knock on my door for me to come outside. I'd be like, bro, I'm on a game and I don't feel like coming inside.
No, facts though. So that was me. Well, especially in high school, they would knock on my door like, yo, let's go hoop. I'm like, sure. But I was on my computer. I loved YouTube so much. I would play games too, of course, But YouTube, bro, and just being on the internet in general, bro. I had a computer in my room. Yeah, hell yeah, that was me.
Game freak, bro, get out. But I always felt like it was just like with love. Like they was joking, but it was with love. And I stated this in one of my second channel videos. I feel like the black community, our love language is joking. So, maybe sometimes these jokes were hurting your feelings, but it wasn't like meant in that way. This isn't justifying it, but that's my thought. Anyways, with them already having this backlash from the black community, in return, they end up being very anti-black.
Like, it's not that I didn't want to connect with black people, but I didn't know any other blurbs that like Minecraft. And a blurb put me closer to whiteness, not because I wanted to hang out with white people, but I just wanted to hang out with that like Minecraft. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to say it is incredibly dangerous to be in close proximity to whiteness no matter what. And the reason why I say that,
bro, we don't gotta like put down other people just for bro, people be shit. One thing I don't understand about like when races shit on other races is that they'll do that, but then when the other races clowns back, then they're just so offended. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for all races because all races do it.
that's because I think hanging around with people that like Minecraft and everything definitely ingrained some self-hating attributes to me. It's not because of Minecraft, but it's the proximity to whiteness.
Within the nerd culture, there is not a lot of black representation. Just think about it. You're constantly consuming this media of people that don't look like you while receiving this hate from the people that look like you. That is going to turn into internalized racism. And I say this all the time, but everything is a alt-right pipeline. And the nerd culture is no different.
Yo, what happened to the nerd community, bro? When did we become Republicans, bro? When did we become conservative? What happened? What happened? We don't like girl power now because it's the 50s?
See, the thing is, right?
What did you say?
His message is probably extremely right? But it's the presentation. You know what I'm saying? People, that's the thing, like with us nerds, bro. We just be walking around. Look, even me, bro. You guys can't see it, but like I need a haircut bad. My hair needs to be retwisted. It's bad right now. But I'm gonna put up on it and I'm gonna be away from the camera so you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Presentability matters. For whatever reason, it makes your word matter even more. And so that's for a lot of quote unquote nerds. They don't understand that concept, bro. Everyone will dress formal and you'll come in some basketball t-shirts, basketball shorts, a t-shirt, and some off-brand sneakers. You know what I'm saying? You just that's why you look like an outcast. You know what I'm saying?
Feminist agenda, you didn't like him.
I saw someone say, when did the nerd community just become another avenue or pipeline for right-wing grifting? And the answer is simple. The same way that the gym community became just another avenue for right-wing grifting and right-wing content. The same way like dating advice stuff has just become another avenue for right-wing grifting. What does the gym community, the dating advice community, and the nerd community all have in common? It's full of lonely people. A lot of people in the nerd community get into nerd shit because they're lonely. A lot of people start working out because they're heartbroken and they're lonely. A lot of people get into dating advice content because they're lonely. Lonely people are very easy to manipulate. If you find a lonely person and you tell them you're the victim, everybody else except you is the problem.
I'm not gonna lie, he's spitting facts right now. I'm not gonna lie, he is spitting facts right now. All those people are lonely. I never thought about it like that. All those people are lonely. But why is it the alt-right? Because they shit on women? Well, you guys are losers, man. Because you can't get women, so you start to hate them? What?
Go buy my course. That's basically an infinite money glitch. That's why it's just lonely people who crave acceptance and a sense of community are taken advantage of just in the way that cults do. Like, it's really not that complicated.
Now, the anti-blackness goes up another notch because a lot of black males in the nerd space feel like black women just hate them.
I'm curious to know if this is actually a thing. Black women will ignore men that look like this because he's weird, lame, nerdy.
I don't know about this though. I don't know about this because in high school, I definitely would wear like, bro, my sense of style was all fucked. I thought I was fly though. You know what I'm saying? I'll wear like this white thing, the white button up, right? I'll have the sweater, but then I'll throw some jeans on and then I'll have like some Concord 11s or some like Air Forces or something like that. You know, I'll try to be fashion forward, and people, the black woman that I went to high school with, they'll be like, bro, you look like you go to a preppy school. But they still wanted me. You know what I'm saying? They still like me. They were still around me. So I don't think it has nothing to do with the way you dress, bro. I don't think it's that.
Success. Then see him with a woman like this, and then all of a sudden label him a sellout. Let's be real. A lot of y'all don't like black women to begin with. Don't matter if you're a D1 athlete or a comic book nerd, there's a very small majority of black men that do not like black women. Now, why is that? I couldn't tell you. But at the end of the day, this argument right here could be a little bit valid if we're considering that there are unrealistic expectations for black men, especially young black men in this economy and in this world right now. And there is that stigma of hypermasculinity in the...
Hold on now. What expectations? What expectations? The only expectations someone should ever feel is the expectation they put on themselves, not from outside. Because I thought if you're letting all the outside noise control and dictate who you are, bro, you're weak-minded. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're weak-minded. You should not be listening to other people. Shouldn't be telling you, you should do this, you should do that. And of course that comes with time, being more mature and understanding who you are, right? But you still have a sense of identity. There was one time, right? I was maybe like 20 or 21, and I had roommates. I was about to say their names. I'm not gonna do that, right? But I remember I thought because now that I'm 21, because I turned 21 when I lived there, that I had to be a certain way, that I had to get rid of all the things that I liked growing up in the name of being mature. You know what I'm saying? And so my homies were like, nah, gang, like, you could still read the manga. We don't read that shit, but if you want to, bro, if you want to watch cartoons, or if you want to watch anime, or if you want to do whatever, play video games, bro, do it. You're gonna lose who you are, you know?
Black community. This automatically will make nerds and simps unattractive, and certainly undesirable.
Black girls called you ugly?
So do you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome?
Once again, I did not experience this. This isn't
Shout
to
out
say
Dr.
it's
Umar.
not true, but I just feel like it's the way you carry yourself. And also, you just gotta find your like swagger, you know?
I just said it. You could have the most weirdest swag, but as long as you're comfortable with yourself and you're presentable, bro, look at Pharrell Williams. People are probably like, bro, who is this guy? Bro, this guy is weird. Look where he's at. One of the most creative people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Tyler, the Creator. Same thing with Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? All those people, all the super creatives. Drake. People were clowning on him for being in Degrassi. Now, if he really wanted to be an actor, he could. Because he has the experience. That's what makes his music videos way better. You know what I'm saying? Because he has that background. But you have to explore these hobbies and explore yourself. And be like, bro, I'm him. I don't care what anyone else says. I'm that man. I'm that guy. I'm Himothy.
There's a stereotype of like the smash bro type of hairstyle.
Yeah.
Maybe your lips be crusty. In simple terms, man, you just gotta have game. White nerds go through the same problem while talking to white women. So like I hate that correlation as well. And I think what the problem is, a lot of people be holding on to what happened in high school. Whether that be the glory days or those be the bad days. It's been 10 years, bro. We don't care that you scored a touchdown in 10th grade. And yes, you may have been bullied in high school, but let that shit go, brother. My entire friend group is majority made up of nerds. My best friend, this is us when we graduated. He was valedictorian. I was like maybe 4th in the class.
That's
now
fire.
he is most definitely considered a nerd. I mean, huge WWE fan, very into anime, loves video games, but he's never had a problem talking to black women. And big shout out to my boy. He just graduated from Clemson University, 2 years ago now? We just got off the game a few hours ago.
I feel like a big part of the black nerd experience is going back trying to watch your favorite YouTubers and realizing just how much racist commentary was throughout the entire video. Like, when did you?
Who are y'all watching? I have a white girlfriend. Me and her, she lives on a completely different side of YouTube. Before we got together, I did not know who Shane Dawson was. Who is Shane Dawson? And then she was like, you don't know who Shane Dawson is? And that dude had 20-something million subscribers. I'm like, damn. But then I started saying, like, you know about Soluminati, Flight Reacts, you know what I'm saying? All these different black YouTubers. And she was like, I have no idea who those people are. You know what I'm saying?
And calling Michael Jackson a monkey fly over my head, huh? Or that one try not to laugh challenge where they just straight up said the N-word, huh? And I really got a bone to pick with Pat Jim because I used to go crazy for some Pat. Like, you can ask around. We used to go crazy for some Pat Jim. Even now with past sobriety, it was a black woman's video that I saw use this hashtag. Yet, okay. And not even just them, like other gaming channels and YouTubers too, especially in gaming. And I can already hear the whole, oh, it was a different time argument. I can get that. It's really the fact that black kids really never had a safe space. And I feel like that's why it's so.
I think it really depends on who you're talking to be honest. Because I didn't, bro, I was watching Chris Smooth, Duke the Killer. See, these are like OG YouTubers that just no one's gonna know, right? Everyone knows Chris Smooth, but not Duke the Killer. Bro, I was not getting none of that. You know what I'm saying? The Sean Raw, his vlogs and stuff, skits, all that. Bro, come on now.
So easy for them to be indoctrinated into like the red pill pipeline because it was just small stuff in every single video that we could even like explore within like the nerd genre.
For example, like me growing up, the biggest gaming YouTuber in the world was PewDiePie. And, you know, I watched his videos, but like it was something off. I couldn't really connect with him. And this was before he had the whole.
I didn't know about PewDiePie till like 2019, 2020, 2021. I didn't know.
N-word incident. But it was extremely rare for me to find another black gaming content creator. And this is why I give so much praise to creators like Berleezy, RDC World, Corey S. Kenshin. Because, bro, representation matters. And it's like growing up in these nerd spaces, we rarely get it. And that is why I love that with the visibility that TikTok brings in 2025, I've been finding some amazing like comic book creators that are making pro-black comics for black people, bro.
This right here is my comic book known as the Black Fist, and this is one of the most.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna buy it. I have to buy it. I love, even if I don't even read it, bro, I love supporting people. Like my cousin has a clothing line. I have a one-on-one piece. I asked him how much. He was like, no, I'll give it to you for free. I was like, no, bro, I will pay for it. You know, and I sent him $70 for it. And I think it's fine. I still wear it to this day. It's old as hell, but I still wear it. You know what I'm saying? All my homie who does music, right? He lives in a different city, but I've tried to go to every single concert. Obviously, I haven't. I'm an adult. I have responsibilities, right? but every time I go there, I buy his merch. I have like 2 or 3 pieces of his merch. I remember when he dropped a song on iTunes, right? And this is one of the roommates that I was talking about earlier. He dropped it. It was like $1.99. He was like, and then I bought it, and I'm broke, right? But I bought it. And he looked at me and he goes, "Wait, did you really just buy it?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, it's $1.99. He said, "Nah, you know, people just normally don't do that." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like buy things?" No. They don't support their homies. Bro, it's $1.90. If you, someone that you call a friend doesn't have $1.99 for you, but that's not your friend.
Popular series in the Battle Chi universe. Let's talk about it. Black Fist takes place in the 1960s. It's about a superpowered alien that piques the interest of a KKK Grand Wizard that fears he is a danger to the world and to his community.
I made a comic book. Okay. This is it. It's called Astro's Falter. Astro's is a supernatural, somewhat horror-themed comic series with a comedic and cozy twist. The story takes place in this timeline and in this universe. It's a story about a girl who spends her entire life training against the invisible demons that roam our world
I might buy this for my daughter. This is cute. I might buy this for my daughter.
All before the magical seal keeping her invulnerable to demons begins to disappear.
Now, I ended up making a post on my Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow this, by the way. And I was curious on what was my black nerd's experience.
Being a black nerd with some crazy plot progression. If you liked any type of anime, niggas were going to fry your shit alive. And the crazy thing about it is the same people that would be trying to clown you would be the same people trying to be in group projects with you and the same people trying to copy answers.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't have this experience. I was kind of stupid. I was a black nerd that would be with the smart kids, so I would get an A.
But I'm not gonna lie, going to college was probably the best decision I ever made, bro, because I found my community here. There's a bunch of black nerds here, and we've shared things with each other, and, you know, I feel welcomed. I don't feel judged or anything like that, man. And, you know, people are a lot more accepting here. But to be honest with you, man, I've absolutely loved the journey. Like, this upcoming spring, 2026, I'm graduating with my bachelor's of science in psychology, bro.
That's fire.
And we're going to med school after that.
That's fire.
So to all my black nerds out there, don't be afraid to be you, bro.
We really need.
You know what's really fire though? Like what's really like great, bro? You know what's really sexy? I like women, right? What's really sexy for me in a woman is education, is being intelligent, is being smart, is having a good head on your shoulders. There's nothing wrong with being that. And if the quote unquote stereotype for black people is that we got to be dumb, ignorant, we all got to have locks. I mean, I do have locks, but we all smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? Chilling on the corner, pants sagging, saying, "Nah, I mean," after every 3 words, like there's other factions of black people. You know what I'm saying?
To talk about
I think this is fire.
Hatred for black women in the black nerd community, because a lot of black nerds, they like hang with white nerds, of course, and they want to be accepted by them. So then they just start shitting on black women and be like, "Yeah, they're ghetto," and just start talking shit about them, right? And then also talk bad about women in general. A lot of nerds, they can't get girls, so I talk shit about them. And also, along with the red pill community, because a lot of the nerds, they want to get their anime physique, so they start watching those workout videos, and then those workout videos turn into how to get girls videos, and also turns into hating women videos.
My experience being a black nerd is a bit different from other people, not only because of the era that I grew up in, but also because of the environment. With me being a 2000s kid, I was never really feeling ostracized for being a nerd because nerdy shit was everywhere. Now I'm an inner city kid. I grew up in lower income neighborhoods, and there were a lot of black folks within those neighborhoods. Yeah. So a lot of us bonded over these things that would be looked at as nerdy. There's a reason that schools would ban Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's a reason schools would ban all the Bakugan toys and Beyblades. And I'm sure.
Damn, I had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bro. I remember I don't remember exactly which birthday, but all I wanted was the Winged Dragon of Ra. And I remember my stepdad took me to the card shop, right? Somewhere in Federal Way. And he looked at this card. He said, "This shit is $50. Are you sure you want this card?" The guy who was trying to sell it to us, he was like, "Yeah, my son loves it." You know, he probably makes some mission off of it. But I said, "Yeah, this is all I want for my birthday. Is this card right here." I had Naruto. I had the entire part 1 of Naruto, the manga books. I had so much stuff. Pokemon, bro. He's watching Power Rangers behind him. I love Power Rangers. I love WWE. Jeff Hardy and Sting were my favorite players or favorite people. You know what I'm saying? I like AJ Styles. That's TNA. The Spiral Tap or Spinal Tap, whatever it was called. Bro, I just think, but I'm multifaceted, bro. I love Star Wars. So I don't be understanding But my memory's also shitty too. I probably got clowned for all that shit. Not really, because I would kick it with the white people. I would also kick it with the black people. You know what I'm saying? I would also kick it with the Pacific Islanders. This wasn't really my experience.
Every kid that grew up in the 2000s had that feeling of watching a cartoon on Saturday morning and holding in that excitement when Monday came. Everyone couldn't wait to gather around the lunch table and talk about the latest episode of Dragon Ball or Sonic X or whatever was on Saturday morning at that time. But what I'm trying to get at is there was never really a point in time where being a nerd worked against me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit of a social butterfly. I would hang with the theater kids, I would hang with the anime nerds, the music heads that would rap at the lunch tables. I was bouncing around and talking to everybody. I can't really think of a point in time where liking anime or liking comic books or liking video games, whatever, I can't think of a time where that wasn't cool, especially when the second anime boom happened in the 2010s. If anything, that point in time worked in my favor. Because a lot of black folks who weren't into anime or anything at that time, they knew someone who was. So they would approach me and ask me, hey, what's up with Naruto? What's Attack on Titan about? I heard Dragon Ball is coming back. What's Dragon Ball Super about? If there was someone who wasn't caught up with the latest geekdom, fandom news, they came to me because they knew someone who was. And as far as being a black nerd specifically goes, I don't think there was ever a time where if someone did shame me for being a nerd, it didn't make me want to question whether or not I wanted to be around other black people. I never thought that black people didn't like anything that I was into. That's just ridiculous. But even if you don't know black people who are nerds, you know at least one black person who watched Dragon Ball Z. They may not know jack shit about Power Rangers, but I bet you they know what happened with Goku versus Frieza.
All my black nerds come to the podium. I want y'all to give y'all experience in the comment section. Did you have a similar experience to me? Did you have a similar experience to anyone in this video? I am curious.
Yeah, but let me know what you guys think about this. Were you guys ostracized for being a quote unquote black nerd, or were you just like, oh, that's just him? You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comment section. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Peace.